And good evening. This is Eureka John, and this is the Eureka Street Crypto Hub. I'm broadcasting live on 9:13 p.m. on December 6th, 2020. And this is my new intro music here. And I'm broadcasting from Leander, Texas. I hope you guys are doing well. And today we are going to cover the Theta Network. Okay, let me go ahead and fade this out a little bit here. And as you can see, we got the Theta logo right there. If you've been watching any of my videos, you'll know that I broadcast live on the Theta Network quite often, and you'll see those announced on the Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter here, Eureka John 1. First of all, I do want to say that nothing I say is financial advice. I don't really know what I'm doing half the time, but do my best. And if some things that I might say about certain projects might make you cringe, then sorry, I'm doing my best with the information that the people who run these projects provided me on their websites. And I try to translate all this stuff to the best of my ability. And I'm on a crypto rabbit hole journey just like you. And here I am talking about the Theta Network. It's one of my favorite projects. I'm pretty heavily invested in this project in my portfolio, and I think this project is going to do a lot. I have made a video prior to this about the Theta Network, and this is when I first started broadcasting this show, and I didn't realize how fully I did not understand it, and I'm still learning a whole lot, so bear with me as we go through all this. But there was just so much more I needed to cover, and I wanted to do another video on it and just clarify some things and just approach the topic in a different way and in a more organized fashion as well. So, you know, I really like the project, and I want to try my best to do it a little more justice than I did last time. So let me see here. Let me get the Brave browser up here. Let me minimize myself right here. And let's get this Theta logo out of the way. It is an awesome logo, but definitely need to see what's going on here. I got CoinGecko up here. Let's see here. Let me just refresh this. Do a little market recap before we totally get started. We have Bitcoin at 19,228. It's just been bouncing off of that just below 20,000 mark at 19,000 and some change, and it's been that way pretty much for, I guess, about a week now, and that's pretty awesome. I mean, it hasn't really just dumped like a lot of people said it's going to, so that's a really good thing for Bitcoin. I think it's going to hit 20,000 soon, hopefully, maybe even when the stock markets open up tomorrow morning, and you know, all the normies start jumping in and wanting to buy Bitcoin on their apps like, you know, Robinhood and PayPal and all that crap. So just remember, when you're buying on those types of platforms, that you don't own the keys to that Bitcoin, so it's not really your Bitcoin. And I think PayPal has some kind of complications when you try to sell your Bitcoin or cash it in or whatever. So just be aware of that. I would open up your own wallet and have full custody of your cryptos, where you have your seed phrase and your private key, and you do your own banking. There's not any more security that a bank can provide in this area of finance than you can provide for yourself if you just educate yourself a little bit about it. So keep that in mind. The banks, they've really just been just overcharging us for all types of fees and fines and whatever else. And they created a credit system that we have to follow in order to go through lengthy application processes and jump through loopholes and hoops in order to get anything done. And if you're not a person of a lot of means or financially well off, you're pretty much screwed in the banking system. I got my LBRY this time. I switched it up. I didn't use the grocery store generic brand because this was a little bit cheaper. It's hibiscus. It's a weird flavor, but all right, whatever. I'll take it. Okay. And let's see here. Let's see where Theta is, since we're talking about Theta today. Theta Network. So Theta is comprised of two different tokens: the Theta Token itself, and then the TFuel, which is basically the gas for the Theta Network, and we'll get into that. So the Theta Token's at 68 cents, almost 70 cents. It hit 70 cents, I think, on Friday. Let's see here. Yeah, 71 cents on Friday. The all-time high is 79 cents on September 30th. But yeah, it's kissing right around there. And yeah, I think it's going to do great things. We have some announcements on December 10th of a bunch of new things happening in the Theta Network, which I'll also get into. So this is exciting stuff, man. I'm glad to have this token. I'm going to give it a... How do you feel about Theta Network today? Well, I'll give it a thumbs up. All right. Okay, so anyway, let me pull up my little outline. Yes, I did actually make an outline, and I'm going to try to follow it because I wanted to organize myself a little bit in some of these broadcasts, because I do tend to be like a golden retriever and to get sidetracked a lot, like squirrel, and then I have to bring myself back to task, and my mind just scatters all over the place like that. And yeah, that's pretty much how I am. And so I need a little bit of discipline. And so yeah, I always, that's why I don't do drugs and I don't drink anymore. I'm weird enough as it is. So yeah, I gotta keep myself a little bit structured. Okay, so anyway, what is Theta Network and what is it trying to solve? Why do we need another video streaming platform? Well, okay. Theta Network is a decentralized video streaming platform versus a centralized streaming platform like YouTube. Let's see, what else? We got Twitch, Vimeo. There's a whole bunch of them out there. So yeah, Theta Network is a decentralized versus a centralized platform. And what's wrong with centralized? What's wrong with YouTube? Well, YouTube has, and the other ones even, have strict video monetization policies. Basically, in order to start monetizing your videos, you have to hit a certain number of subscribers. I'm not exactly sure what the monetization level is. I think it might be 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers and a certain amount of viewing hours, and then you can start monetizing. So you have to build an audience and then just basically give them free content for them to advertise on until you've built up the audience that they think should be qualified for monetization, which total BS in my point of view. But that's their strict video monetization policies. They have unfair video promotion algorithms. So projects and commercials and products and things that you might not support or even be totally against might pop up on as advertisements on your video, or your video might not be promoted at all. I don't know. But yeah, the algorithms a lot of times don't work in your favor. Try to get any help on YouTube, it's nearly impossible. So a lack of personalized support. Let's see, there's vague terms and conditions and the data collection controversies. And it just goes back to strict video monetization policies too. A lot of decentralized video streaming platforms will pay you as a viewer to watch videos. For instance, Theta, you'll earn TFuel by watching videos. YouTube, you definitely do not earn, and they collect all your data and they sell it, and they collect all types of private data and just use it, and you have absolutely zero ownership over your viewing history and your private data that you share. Let's see, privacy concerns, and then unchecked spam and scammers. And in a way, some of these scammers, especially on a lot of these crypto channels, are suspiciously almost allowed and encouraged. It's weird. Let me see if I can find one of these here. Let's go to youtube.com and let's just try. I'll see if I can find one of these. And they impersonate very famous people. Let's see, Airdrop Xrp. Let's try that one. And let's see here. Well, XRP is getting ready to have a flare airdrop, so let's try something else. Airdrop Bitcoin. Okay, blockchain airdrop. Yeah, see, this looks like it's probably a scam. They're telling you to enter your Bitcoin address, and then comments are turned off. Might be using blockchain.com. I don't know. A lot of times they'll have some celebrity like Robert Kiyosaki or Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of XRP, of Ripple, on here talking, or they'll have some other famous person in the crypto world or in general, like maybe even William Shatner, just up here talking as if he's on the David Letterman show. Then it'll have an airdrop account over here for you to pay, 1 Bitcoin and you'll get 3 Bitcoin back. No, there's no money for free. That's not going to happen. So don't fall for anything like that, or any airdrop type of stuff. Nobody's going to airdrop you free stuff. And if they do, like for instance, this Flare XRP airdrop, they announce it way in advance and they make a huge deal about it. The Uniswap airdrop that was publicized everywhere, it was legit, and you could tell it was legit. There was just a huge difference. So that's the problem with a lot of these centralized video streaming platforms, is they allow crap like that on there. Like YouTube allows crap like that on there, and Theta Network obviously does not. So anyway, Content Delivery Network, CDN, that's the acronym for Content Delivery Network. They play an important role in the video streaming ecosystem. They are the backbone to deliver video streams to the end users. So when you watch Netflix, that's a CDN, a Content Delivery Network. Amazon Prime is a CDN. YouTube's a CDN. Okay, the major limitations of today's CDN is called the last mile delivery problem, and it's in quotes. Typically, Content Delivery Network providers build data centers, huge data centers all over the place, all over the world, in order to try to create points of presence, POPs. And with the expectations that these POPs are geographically close to the viewers. So they create data centers that are closest to the largest amounts of population in order to be able to route the traffic to the closest. Say if you want to click on a video, your video request will go to the closest point of presence, to the closest data center that has that video. So I'm in Austin, Texas. The closest data center is probably around the city of Austin. So it'll go to that point of presence first in order to try to retrieve the video to stream. Whenever you have less densely populated areas, then the point of presence is a little bit further, and if a lot of people are requesting the same video, then it gets choked up and lags, and there's buffering problems, choppy streams, bad picture quality, frequent rebuffering, so a lot of problems. And then when a lot of people are trying to watch stuff at the same time, like for instance, me and my family, we were trying to watch The Mandalorian on Friday. I think everybody and their dog was trying to watch that at the same time, and we were trying to watch it through the Disney Plus platform, Content Delivery Network, and we were having major problems. And my internet's supposed to be fiber, 1 gig fiber. Yeah, it's never what they say it is. It's never fully 1 gig, first of all. So don't trust that market speak. Anyway, and another major problem is the bandwidth cost for content delivery networks. For popular sites, the bandwidth can reach tens of millions of dollars per year, and if they use even their own proprietary CDNs, maintenance costs are high. These issues are becoming more prominent with 4K, 8K, 360-degree virtual reality streaming, and there's some new technology called light field streaming. I'm not even too familiar with that. I'm not wealthy enough to probably own that technology. I don't even use the 360 VR or anything like that. I just use basic streaming through Netflix and stuff like that, Amazon Prime. So anyway, the bandwidth is a major problem for that, again causing issues of buffering and stuff like that. And if you're using those VR masks, the 3D rendering a lot of times is takes a lot of bandwidth and power in order to be able to stream that. How is decentralized video different? Well, let's see here. Decentralized video has no central server. It's blockchain based. It's open sourced development, meaning the code is out there for anybody to use, and developers can add on or even plug. Say, for instance, a developer wants to use the Theta Network as a DApp, a decentralized application, into their platform. They can do that, and then they can add on and improve it. It has better search. Decentralized video has better search algorithms. For instance, the LBRY platform, which I'll show you here in a second, allows you to search by tags rather than other ways. Let's see here. Privacy-focused approaches. Some of the decentralized video networks focus specifically on privacy, and then there's other ones that focus on crypto-based payment systems. For instance, DLive is one of those that focuses on ways to reward their viewers. That's what their main focus is. So let's look at some of these decentralized platforms. Obviously, there's Theta TV, which is why I am here today. Theta.tv. Whoops. Help if I spelled it right. Theta.tv. This is it. Oh, see, well, let's do my live stream. Let's just. I don't want to go to my channel. It's taking me immediately to my channel by default because I'm logged in. I just want to go to Theta TV. So this is the NASA channel right here. It's offline, of course. All right. All right. So Theta TV. Here we go. This is the decentralized platform. So it looks like you can follow certain videos. There's a whole bunch of different channels that are either live or now they have video on demand, and a lot of it is just really gamers and you can watch them play, but there's some really good stuff on here. Some good movie channels. That goes by subject, by blockchain, if you're into Call of Duty and that's what you like. A lot of esports stuff. There's quite a bit of variety. Another example of a decentralized platform is DLive.com, and this one here uses the Tron blockchain. I'm not super stoked about that, but it is also decentralized. It runs. You get the Lemon tokens. The streamers get those. You can't really use the Lemon token outside of the DLive platform, but you can stake the BTT token, which is the BitTorrent token, and it also has a whole bunch of different categories of things you can watch. It's very similar to Theta TV. Let's see here. There's a DTube, and this one, arguably, this is the white paper. DTube. This is also a decentralized video platform. Arguably one of the first ones. It was made on the Steam blockchain, and then now they have their own blockchain called Avalon. And this one focuses a lot on the monetization aspect and also on no censorship as well. So they're very much against any type of censorship, period, and that's kind of one of their mission statements. I did have the white paper up. I read it earlier. It's pretty good, pretty understandable. I would recommend giving it a look. Let's see here. DTube settings. Oh, here we go. DTube coin, maybe. Yeah, read the white paper. They can't be trusted. Their inability to moderate content efficiently, protect user privacy, broke trust. The targeted advertising model requires to ever increase personal data collection, ad pressure, and promote content virality over quality through suggestion algorithms. So this one here, the way they moderate their content is by user thumbs up or thumbs down. Basically people can upvote or downvote, and that's kind of how they do organic moderation on here. So that's one of their big shticks here. In a similar way to Steam It, and that's called, it was a social network platform that also focuses on upvote or downvote in order to be able to moderate out the bad content, and it's very community powered. So here you go, classic social medias, and it gives the tokenized business model versus targeted advertising, trust of private conglomerate versus math and cryptography, moderation is automated versus community powered, ads, intrusive ad pressure, no ads, and then privacy, massive collection of personal data, and no collection of personal data. So DTube seems pretty cool. I like it. There's an article here on Blockonomy.com. So Blockonomy.com, okay. And it's called Best YouTube Alternatives. And I got a lot of this information from this. And then we'll do LBRY here, LBRY. And they're not a video sharing service. They share all types of digital media. So you can get articles on there, photos, games, books. But mainly a lot of people use it for video. I actually upload my videos to LBRY, so you can find my videos there. But it is a decentralized protocol and a service. You search by tags, and now they have an offshoot of LBRY called Odyssey, where you can search a different way, but they're the same type of services. Let's go check out LBRY.com real quick, and before we get into the meat of the Theta Network. So this is what the LBRY.tv looks like, and yeah, so they got a whole bunch of different stuff on here, and you use the LBRY credits that you can earn by viewing, and then you can also, as a content provider, you can make money by making people pay to view your content, or you can put it up there for free, and you can earn anytime anybody watches your video. But everything is decentralized, and there's no ads on LBRY that I've seen, and I've been using it for a while. And then we have another one here before I really start all the main content. Oh, not this one here. So there's DTube, which we went over. There's DLive, and then there's Bit Chute. Bit Chute here is a, let me open this link. And Bit Chute focuses specifically on anti-censorship. So they will basically post anything and everything. They're also a decentralized product. They got everything, tons of categories. I believe if you want to see like adult content, you have to log in, but I don't really care about that right now. Let's see here. Community guidelines, terms and conditions, but just know that it's out there. Bit Chute, you can find a lot of stuff that you can't find on mainstream media that's been banned all over the place for quote-unquote misinformation and stuff like that. If you want to see all those COVID videos and stuff that are banned all over the place on YouTube and Twitter and all that, you can find it on Bit Chute most likely, and LBRY. So yeah, so if you want to see the Plandemic video, you'll see it on Bit Chute for sure, if that's your shtick. So anyway, let's see here. Let's go into the Theta Network. Sliver TV is the parent company of Theta TV. So Sliver TV is, okay, according to their website, let's see here. Let me just go to their website. Sliver.tv. Alright, so Sliver TV is the leading next generation. Well, okay, now, okay, so it just takes you straight to the Theta TV website now. Instead of the Sliver, it used to take you to Sliver TV, now it's just Theta. All right, it's the leading next-generation live esports streaming platform with over 6 million unique visits in July 2018. I'm reading this directly from their white paper, which was written back in 2018. It has a vision to transport the esports engagement experience. As video gaming has grown in popularity to become a $40+ billion market, probably more now, bigger than Hollywood and Bollywood combined, the rise of multiplayer competitive gaming as a spectator sport has become a major new industry dubbed esports. It's a global phenomenon with major tournaments and major pockets of fans and competitive teams in Europe, Asia, and North America. The online gaming and esports ecosystems have exploded over the past 5 years, and people like my parents and even myself, when I first learned about it, was like, why would you want to watch someone else play video games? It just absolutely makes zero sense to somebody who's of an older generation. But as you can see from right here, people want to watch someone else play video games, and it's super exciting to them. And for instance, let's go into here, and here's this dude. He's broadcasting on both Twitch and Theta, and people want to see what he's doing. Maybe learn about the game, or they just like watching someone else play a video game. But people compete in this, and people make big money winning prizes, and it is a big thing. Whether or not you know about it, doesn't matter. People are making tons of money from it, and it's a huge audience, and it's a growing industry, and it's going to probably surpass a lot of major actual sports, live sports. So something to watch out for. If you don't know about chain games, this is also something you may want to look into. And they're trying to make it to where you can bet on esports as well, and they're already got a lot of stuff in motion, and you can live bet on tons of different esport tournaments, and that's chain games, but we'll talk about that in another video. So back to Theta Network. Theta's mission as a sub-company of Sliver Tv is to leverage blockchain technology to create the first decentralized video streaming and delivery network where videos are incentivized to share redundant computing and bandwidth resources to address today's video streaming challenges. So using kind of the Ethereum analogy as the world computer metaphor, the Theta Network is seen as a world cache formed by the memory and bandwidth resources contributed by viewers. So think about it. Ethereum uses all the world's computing power in order to be able to create a world computer as a platform to build software on and to provide transaction verification, and it uses everybody's interconnected computers and nodes in order to accomplish that. Well, Theta is trying to use everybody's computing power and bandwidth, and for instance, while I sleep tonight, somebody might be able to stream a video, and then that video will have been relayed off of my computer, and my bandwidth, since it's not being used, will be able to contribute to that person's quality stream. And so they won't receive choppy video because my bandwidth will have been contributing to that network. And so I think it's a great efficient way to reduce the overhead for a lot of these platforms and the stress and the scalability issues that a lot of these centralized networks run into when suddenly 10 million people will all want to watch the same movie, and there's just not enough bandwidth in order to do so on a given network. Well, how do you do that? You utilize a bunch of the unused bandwidth that people who are not currently using their bandwidth might just have sitting idle. So, Theta Network is a decentralized peer-to-peer video delivery system. That's kind of the gobbledygook of it, how you can say a peer-to-peer video delivery. Peers, your peers, peer pressure. So viewers around the globe can contribute their devices as caching nodes, where they form a video delivery mesh network that is responsible for delivering any given video stream to viewers anywhere around the world, optimized for local viewing. So anybody can download and run the Theta Edge node, and that is the piece of software on your computer that will relay your video for someone else and use your bandwidth. Viewers' devices are geographically much closer to each other than a lot of the major platforms' points of presence, the POPs. And so what happens is, because it doesn't have to go through some main data center in order to retrieve the video, and it can be relayed off of all of our individual nodes, and that are probably geographically closer, it reduces video packet, data packet round trip time, and it improves the stream quality, the delivery quality, and addresses that whole last mile bottleneck delivery issue, where if you're basically the only person in Montana and you're trying to retrieve a video, but there's no data center near you, and then you're in Helena, Montana, let's say, and a bunch of people there are trying to watch the same video, but it all has to go through and get bottlenecked, and then it runs into a traffic jam. All these nodes, decentralized nodes, help to prevent stuff like that. With a sufficient amount of the caching nodes, most viewers will receive the stream from the caching nodes, and that will help streaming sites reduce their content delivery network bandwidth cost. So that definitely helps the content delivery network lower their costs. Caching nodes also reduced round trip time, making Foveated, I think that's how you pronounce it, and next generation streaming technology practical. And I had to look up what Foveated is. So Foveated in next generation streaming is this. Foveated rendering is a rendering technique which uses an eye tracker integrated with virtual reality headset to reduce the rendering workload by greatly reducing the image quality in the peripheral vision. So say for instance, it's basically radial blur if you use Photoshop. But what rendering is when you're a 3D artist, you have to render the image, and it basically the computer code renders the image line by line to go from reduced clarity to fine granular clarity. And let's check out this image here. This is a foveal image, and when you're in a lot of video games, you'll notice the video game viewer, whatever you're looking at is clear, and then everything else in the background kind of has a blur to it. That's a foveated image. So just in case, I didn't know what it was, so I had to look it up, so I thought it might help if I explained it, because I know sometimes people feel stupid if they hear a word and then they just start losing the conversation and forget what I was just talking about in general, because they start hearing a bunch of words they don't know. Anyway, this is basically what the Theta Network does. It relays the bandwidth so people can be able to have faster streaming quality. So there is a Theta Token and there's the TFuel. As the viewer, you create an account and you can earn TFuel. I have an account here, and I got all these little coins. I'm not really sure what these coins are, but I can watch these videos here, and I'll earn TFuel up here for doing that. And TFuel is basically the gas, and it allows you to donate to streamers if you want to contribute. It does have a monetary value. You can trade it on any exchange, like Uniswap or something, and trade it for other types of tokens, although the value right now is a little low, but it might be worth a little more in the future. Let's see who I'm following here. I'm following Shout Factory, Mystery Science, Theater 3000, Huobi Blockchain. Those are the people that are live now. I'm also following some other people here, and these channels, come on. It's only showing me, let's see. I know I'm following more than that. I'm following Chico Crypto, Crypto Takeover. I'm following Digital Asset News here. I'm following a lot of different channels. Don't know why it's not showing it. But there's a shopping cart where you can get a lot of stuff here. A lot of swag, and I think you can buy it. Yeah, you can buy it with TFuel as well. So wow, 21,233 TFuel for a gaming chair. All right, but anyway, that's the TFuel token. There is a TFuel and the Theta token. Now, there's a reason for the two different token systems. The Theta token itself, that's used more for staking and securing and governing the Theta network. And I'll go over what the different nodes are. The Validator node, the Guardian node, and then the Theta Edge node. And then there's the TFuel, and those are used more for individual operations like video segment transactions, smart contract operations. Let's see, and then you can contribute and buy the things, or you can earn it by watching videos. You can contribute to the content creators. So that's basically to encourage viewers to contribute their computing and bandwidth resources. They introduced the TFuel token as kind of an incentive mechanism. The caching nodes, the edge nodes, can earn tokens as they relay video streams to other viewers. Not only does TFuel motivate viewers to join the network as caching nodes, it also greatly improves the streaming market efficiency by streamlining the video delivery processes. Okay, so why are TFuel and the Theta token two different things here? It allows the utility and purpose of each token to be separated. Theta is used strictly for staking and securing the platform, while TFuel is used to power utility-based operations on the network. This is necessary because staking inherently decreases circulating supply. So the Theta token is used to stake it in order to secure the network. When you stake your tokens on any type of proof of stake network, you staking those tokens contribute to the security of the network. Now, the nitty gritty of it, of how all that's done, that's a little more low level, and it's not meant for this video. But just know that when you stake your tokens and you're earning basically an interest off of your staked tokens, then you're helping to secure that network. So no attackers can go in and compromise the value of what you're doing of the network, basically. So let's see here, and then TFuel. Let's see. This is necessary because staking decreases the circulating supply. So whenever you do stake your tokens, they're locked up, and the circulating supply lowers. And then, but video transactions and smart contracts will require a highly liquid token that can facilitate millions of daily transactions. So when you're watching videos and when you're making videos and streaming videos, you're earning TFuel, and there's tons and millions of little microtransactions that are going on there. So whenever you're watching this video right now on Theta Network and you're earning the TFuel token, there's a microtransaction done on the blockchain that says that you have earned that amount of TFuel, and that's a ton of microtransactions. The Theta blockchain can do over 1,000 transactions per second, which is really good. But that's a ton of microtransactions, and you can't really do that if there's not a whole lot of circulating supply and Theta tokens locked up. But that's where the TFuel comes into place that allows all those millions of microtransactions to happen. And so that's why you earn TFuel instead of the Theta token. The two tokens are needed to solve possible consensus issues that arrive from the same token for staking and operations. So because the token used for operations must be liquid, it would be easier for a malicious actor to accumulate a significant number of that frequently traded token on the open market. And therefore, something called like a 51% attack could happen, where somebody owns more than 51% of the. No, scratch that. No. But anyway, people can manipulate the system by accumulating a huge number of the token on the open market and then cause some security issues. If that same token is used for staking, they could potentially threaten the security of the network. By separating these two functions, staking and operations, Theta token, TFuel, into different tokens, the risk is greatly decreased. So just know that the TFuel token is there for everyday use, and the Theta token is there for staking and for governance. So you can vote on proposals and ways in which the Theta Network can operate. So yeah, so I do want to go into the nodes a little bit. There are 3 nodes. There's the enterprise validator nodes, and there's only 13 of those as of, I guess, this website publishing. And basically, those are big people. Those Samsung, they're Binance, Google, blockchain.com. So, yeah, it's not URI. We can't a lot, but basically what these validator nodes do is they create the blockchain. They create the block on the blockchain. So it's done there. However, there's only a certain amount of blocks that can be made within a time span in order for all these microtransactions to be able to happen and still maintain the integrity of the whole system. That's where Guardian nodes come into play. And so the validator nodes create the first part of the blockchain, and the Guardian nodes finalize that block on the blockchain, the new blocks. So if there's thousands of these Guardian nodes, apparently there's 1,491 here, then it takes, it allows a lot of these transactions to be done more securely, and it adds a extra level of protection against attackers that would try to attack on the lower edge node level. They would have to try to get through the Guardian node first before they could actually reach the enterprise validator node, so it makes it highly unlikely that that would happen. So it's important to have these 3 layers here, and it allows 3 levels of protection basically against attack from anybody that would try to attack the safety and security of this network. So it's really good. I like it. The white paper for the Theta Network is really good. I mean, it's understandable. It's well laid out. TFuel used to be called Gamma, so in this white paper, just transpose the word TFuel with Gamma with TFuel. But it goes through and it explains everything. It explains how all this stuff is used. It explains the CDN, Content Delivery Network. It explains BFT, which is the Byzantine fault tolerance. It's just a way of creating a consensus mechanism for checkpoints and for validation and security. And it just talks about a lot of the mechanics in detail, but it also goes high level, and it explains the whole issue of peer-to-peer streaming versus centralized streaming. So it's a great white paper. I would highly recommend reading it. I know I'm not explaining it the best way possible. However, it's a lot of stuff to cover. Here it goes, talks about the Guardians. So there's the Validator Committee, and there's only a few of those, and those are the big guys. And then there's the Guardians, which now there's a recent announcement that it used to cost 10,000 Theta to run a Guardian node, and at let's see, 68, so that's about $6,800 worth of Theta right now in order to run a Guardian node. Most people probably would not want to pay that, and I can't blame them, because $6,800 is a lot of money to me, maybe not to a lot of other people. But now it only takes 1,000 Theta to run a Guardian node, so about $680. I do have more than 1,000 Theta tokens, so I can run a Guardian node, and I'm going to, starting December 10th, as whenever that's going to be phased in, along with some other things. Basically that is, it finalizes the chain generated by the Validator Committee. And here finalization means to convince each honest Guardian that more than 2/3 of all the other Guardians in the chain see the same chain of blocks. That's basically what Byzantine fault tolerance is. And so it creates a multi-level Byzantine fault tolerance type of validation process. So it's very secure. That's all you gotta know, unless you want to go dive deeper. And if you really want to dive deeper into all this, it will dive deeper here. As you can see, it just goes through the whole thing and gets down to the nitty-gritty and the whole block settlement process. A lot of that is over my head, and it's not something that I can actually begin to try to explain to you. But it's here if you want to see it, and if that's something you can understand, well, more power to you. And then down here at the bottom, it goes into some of the tokenomics and about the ledger storage system, and gets pretty technical there too. Now here's the Theta token supply and the mechanics, and here they call it the Gamma token supply, but Gamma is really TFuel. And back when it was first started, the Theta token versus the TFuel was 1 to 5, and anytime that the TFuel is used, it's burned in order to be able to maintain some kind of values. So in order to maintain the appropriate amount of TFuel in circulation, all TFuel used as gas to deploy or interact with smart contracts will be permanently destroyed or burned. And by having both TFuel generation and destruction tied to the network usage / adoption, the number of Gamma TFuel tokens will maintain a healthy equilibrium relative to demand. So you don't have to worry about it being completely inflated for nothing. So it's a pretty good white paper. I like it. So there are some announcements. I did want to show these new announcements here. Some major updates are coming. Smart contracts are going live. And what are smart contracts on Theta Network? Well, you can create and gift NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. And those are basically, for instance, Theta Token is a fungible token in which it's basically money. So if I give you a $5 bill and I were to give my wife a $5 bill, they're both $5 bills. They're both equal. They're both the same. But if I were to give you a baseball card and then I were to give my wife a baseball card, they'd not be the same baseball card, because the baseball card is unique and individual. That's what an NFT is. And in game systems, you can create NFTs and a lot of collectible items. And these can become very valuable. And there's marketplaces for NFTs to prove that, such as Rarible and OpenSea and stuff like that, and Super Rare and stuff like that. So a lot of these NFTs can garner a bunch of value, and so if these can be created and gifted on Theta Network, that can create an entirely new marketplace. So that's pretty huge for smart contracts on the Theta Network. And also the content creators can do something like subscription tier levels or special giveaways, and they can do a pay-as-you-go or per-use model for their Theta Network channels. So that's another way you can use smart contracts on the Theta Network. Or you can do royalty distribution. If you're using somebody else's content or material or whatever, you can do royalties for automatically via a smart contract on your channel. So that's pretty good. It's a really good development. Super exciting to see how that's going to work. They have a decentralized exchange in the works, staking pools as well. So they're going to have a MetaMask-like wallet plugin for Chrome. Right now, Theta does have a wallet. Let's see, Theta wallet. Oops. And I have a Theta wallet, and the best way to store your Theta tokens. I'm not gonna go into it because it's none of your business to see how much Theta I have. But the best way, I think, right now anyway, they're building a DEX, a decentralized exchange, on the Theta TV platform, so that should be a way to be able to buy it. But for now, I think the best way to buy Theta token is through SimpleSwap. So you can trade, Ethereum, and you can get Theta or TFuel. But if you want to buy Theta and invest in this, you can buy on Simple Swap, and there's no KYC, which means know your customer, so you don't have to register or create, hold up your driver's license or anything like that and give all your personal information to use Simple Swap. It's a very good exchange, and you can buy the Theta Fuel and TFuel on here if you want. So, and then you can have it delivered straight to your Theta address, which will be your Theta wallet, and you can keep this Theta wallet on your computer, and you're all good. So that's the Theta wallet and the Theta token and the TFuel token and the new development with the smart contract. Let's see here. So it looks like it's going to have a browser plugin that's going to look a lot like MetaMask, which is really cool. The Theta Network originally started off on the ERC, the Ethereum platform, and now it's its own blockchain. So let's see here. The minimum amount of Theta to stake a Guardian node will be lowered from 10,000 Theta to 1,000 Theta, and that's awesome. So I will be able to run a Guardian node. It'll permit more token holders to contribute to protocol security by staking. So you can stake your tokens on the Guardian network. You can't do it on the Edge node, which I'll tell you what the Edge node is here in a second. We expect the network to push well beyond 1,450 Guardian nodes currently staking Theta tokens. So the Guardian node and the Edge node. I do run an Edge node. So let me show you what the Edge node is here. Let me move it to the top. Whoa. Come on, where you at? Uh-oh. Decided it wanted to do something else different. Cancel. Hold on. Let me go into Edge node, and I will... Here it is. Yeah, Theta Edge node. So what you go to do is you go to the Theta TV. Hold on. Not Theta TV network. So Theta. Let's see. Try Theta Network. Let's try Theta Token.org. Alright, so let me move this out of the way. So you can go in here and you can download your node, Theta Edge node, right here. So you can download your Theta Edge node, and then what the Edge node will do is it will relay your bandwidth, and it will also do computing, and so you'll be able to contribute to research development for COVID-19 or cancer research or any other type of virus or disease research in order to let your computer be used to help compute. A lot of times in research for a lot of these diseases, there's tons of equations and algorithms to be done, and the computing systems of these universities and a lot of these research firms doing this research on all these diseases don't have enough computing power themselves in order to do timely research. So what this does is it helps allocate anybody who runs these Edge nodes to be able to use their spare computing power to help out with this research and to run some packets that the research development locations send out in order to be solved and then sent back to them to be able to add to the mass amounts of computing that they have to do in order to do a lot of this research, and it's called folding. So that's what that is. So here you go, you have the cache and the compute functions. I'm not relaying any video on my bandwidth right now, so it doesn't have any jobs, but I have done 107 I've earned 107 TFuel by doing those types of jobs, and it goes straight into my Theta wallet. On the new Theta Edge node, you can see that it allows you, one, to watch. So if you're searching for a specific streamer, you can see all these people are broadcasting live right now. They just recently added this functionality. Before, it was just a node in which you could just relay, and you had to remember to turn it on and stuff like that. Now you can turn it on and watch your Theta TV straight from the node, which is pretty cool. You don't even have to go to the Theta TV homepage. Or now they have also added on a broadcasting functionality. So I had to sit here and apply and go through Twitter and do hashtag stream key please and try to get my streaming key. But anybody with a Theta Edge node now that you can download for free can also broadcast for free. So this is another way to be able to earn TFuel by broadcasting. So it's another incentive to have the Edge node, and the more Edge nodes that are out there, the more relays and computing sharing streams there are, bandwidth sharing streams, and the stronger the network gets and the faster it gets. And this is going to be extremely good for the technology. So super excited about that and the growth that this is going to initiate, and then increase the value of the token. So if you're invested in the token, you're going to do very well. And they're partnering with people like Google and Samsung, and apparently one of the founders of the Theta Token, of the Theta Network, Stephen Chen, he's a co-founder of YouTube as well. And he says Theta's innovation is set to disrupt today's online video industry in much the same way that the YouTube platform did to traditional video back in 2005. So, one of the biggest challenges has been the high cost of delivering video to various parts of the world. That's coming from, oh shoot, you can't see that there. That's Stephen Chen. Yeah, so he's the co-founder of YouTube, and he also is talking about the Theta Network here. Good stuff. A lot of stuff going on with the Theta Network. I would recommend downloading that Theta Edge node. And where did it go? I lost it. But download the Theta Edge node. And let's see. I gotta find it. I think I put it out of view. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do the Guardian node, and I've been into it for a while. Let's do a quick little intro here, and I will let you see this.
Technology today is amazing, but somehow streaming quality and load times are still terrible. Everyone has a computer with extra bandwidth to spare, especially when a machine's not being used. And now you can make money by putting that bandwidth to use thanks to Theta Token. Here's how it works. When you're watching your favorite streamer, or when you're asleep, Theta Client will tap into your extra bandwidth to relay video streams to local viewers. They'll enjoy improved stream quality and loading times, while you earn Theta Tokens. The more you deliver, the more you earn. With your tokens, you can send donations to your favorite streamers, unlock premium content, and buy and gift virtual items. Theta is a new blockchain built by Sliver Tv, a leading esports live streaming startup based in Silicon Valley that has raised more than $17 million in venture financing, has over 2 million users, and is growing quickly. Theta completed a $20 million private token sale in early 2018 and launched its live testnet in June 2018. 3 weeks after launch, over 300,000 users from 149 different countries have shared video on the Theta testnet. Over 40% bandwidth offloaded, improved quality and reach. All thanks to you, the Theta community. Theta is a native blockchain and open source infrastructure that any partner can build on. Theta Network, next generation video delivery powered by you. Visit us at thetatoken.org.
All right, so that's that. If you want to follow what's going on here, you can obviously follow on Twitter. Let's see here, the Theta Network. So, you can follow the Theta Network here, and see a lot of the new announcements. But if you want to see some other more unofficial stuff, this guy here, Everything Theta, really does a good job covering news on Theta and the TFuel, and he goes into more detail and not just market speak, and he does a lot of really good interviews and explanation videos and stuff like that. So here he is. I would give him a subscription. Here he talks about the new Theta features. You can go down a rabbit hole with some of his stuff, he's really covers a whole lot of bases here. mobile wallet setup, Guardian node, talks about the partnerships. So yeah, everything Theta. Give him a follow on Twitter, and then subscribe to him on YouTube. And also be sure to hit subscribe to me. Give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I would like, even though I am streaming on Theta TV and I'm earning TFuel that way, I would also like to be able to monetize what I do here. And if you like what I do and you want to help support what I do, just even a thumbs up is a free way to help support my channel and what I'm doing. So that would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, I've gone on to just about 1 hour here. I'm going to fade on out, and I hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to turn on some of this theme music here. Let's see here. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and fade on out, and you guys have a good night. And give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, and let me know what you think, and take care. All right. And let me turn this off.